watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And joining me tonight on the debate, Sanju Verma, spokesperson of the BJP, Ratan Sharda, author, also with us, scientist and author Dr. Anand Ranganathan. We have SP Ved, former IG, also joining us. We have Mr. Ashutosh Mishra, senior journalist, fights very vehemently, against the BJP and supports the Congress party. Am I allowed to say that, Ashutosh ji? Also with us is advocate Kapil Madan. But my first question goes to leader of the Congress party, Kamru Zaman Chaudhary. And Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, I want to ask you very plain and simple. There have been statements that have been going around by the Chief Minister of Punjab saying that they had no idea that the Prime Minister's route would be changed, whereas there are 3 letters that demonstrate that the Punjab police knew this. So the Punjab police was working to get all of the alternate routes and everything worked out. They were aware that there might be dharnas, protesters, and there should be an arrangement for alternate routes. Yet the Chief Minister of Punjab, Mr. Channi, refused to come clean on this yesterday. He said there was absolutely nothing wrong with what the Punjab government and the Punjab police has done. The fact that the DGP was not present when the Prime Minister was there, the fact that the Chief Minister was not present, citing COVID as bahana, I can say, because he's been in press conferences without mask and interviews in cars without mask since then. Why would you go to such lengths to risk the Prime Minister and his well-being, which is really not a political issue or a political tool to fight political battles with? It's a plain and simple question the country is asking.
Yeah, good evening everybody on the panel and to your viewers, Navika. The first point that I want to raise out here is, as you have already said, a 3-member inquiry committee has been set up by the Ministry of Home Affairs, and let's wait for the conclusion what's come. Let us fix the responsibility. This is a serious breach in the Prime Minister's security.
Oh yes,
it should not
till yesterday it was drama. How is it a serious breach today?
Navika, please don't go to conclusions. Let me just make my statement, please. Then I will take all your questions. I can defend.
So this is not a speech. This is a debate show where questions are asked and questions have to be answered. You know, the format of a debate is just that.
Ma'am, you have asked me a series of questions. You have asked me one simple question: why the Chief Minister was not present at the airport when the Chief Minister
and he has said that there was no security lapse.
Okay. Now the point is, the Principal Secretary and the Personal Secretary of the Chief Minister had tested positive. As per protocol, the Chief Minister went for the RT-PCR test. His reports came negative. The Ministry of the PMO was informed about the results of the Chief Minister. It was negative, but he was advised by the PMO not to turn up at the airport. I repeat, not to turn up at the airport to receive the PM. I can challenge anybody in this panel. I can challenge anybody in the government to refute this very simple fact. Number 1 myth that has been busted out here right now. Second point, the PM detailing is done by the SPG. The SPG has landed in Punjab over the Prime Minister's all venues at least 4 to 5 days in advance. They have sanitized all the areas. Now when there was a route change, now the point of question out here is, why did the SPG allow the Prime Minister convoy to travel with the BJP supporters in the buses and tractors following the convoy? When there was a blockade ahead of him, why did the patrol car or pilot car, why did not inform the SPG, whoever was taking the Prime Minister on that route, that there is a blockade and there might be a security lapse in front of you? The main moot point here is, ma'am, when the Prime Minister heard that there were hardly 700 to 800 people gathered in the venue, he had to make a U-turn to save his ego. Whatever the security breach that you are talking about, I believe it was not a security breach, it was a breach of ego of the of Narendra
Not
Modi
a security breach. So Kamru Zaman Chaudhary says still not a security breach, yet Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, the Congress president, has sought a report from the Punjab Chief Minister 24 hours after the entire country has been screaming hoarse about the security breach. How do you respond to the statement being made by Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, Ms. Sanju Verma?
Navika, first and foremost, let me tell you that as per the blue book of the SPG is only responsible for proximate security. Proximate security means that is responsible for the immediate cordon around the Prime Minister. You will be surprised to know that even the perimeter of that cordon is decided by the state where he visits, by the DGP and the police constabulary of the relevant state. I have a few questions. Why did the Punjab police, DGP, Ferozpur DIG, Moga SSP, what have you, why did the Punjab police say that the road is clear once the Prime Minister decided he will travel not by helicopter but by road? Why was there a blockage on the flyover? Because it is now evident from the statements of BJU Krantikari leaders that they had between 45 minutes to 1 hour to mobilize troops and protesters. Question number 3. Why did Charanjit Singh Channi not pick up phone calls after there already was a security breach? Point
That's
number
a lie,
4.
ma'am.
I did not interrupt you. Point number 4. How did protesters come within 10 meters of the buffer zone? Point number 5. If indeed 10,000 policemen had been hired for protection of the Prime Minister, 10,000 policemen, we did not see them. Point number 6. Why could 10,000 policemen not handle a bunch of 100 protesters? This 100 number has been given by Channi. Point number 7. There is always a backup plan is what Channi said. When asked a second time in the press conference, he's been dilly-dallying and vacillating. If indeed there was a plan B or a plan C, why was that contingency plan not effected? Point number 8. Who is lying? Is it Charanjit Singh Channi or the Deputy CM Sukhjinder Singh Randhawa? Charanjit Singh Channi says, contingency plan was mainu pata hi nahi thi, I was not aware. Sukhjinder Singh Randhawa in another press conference in Punjab, which is carried out by the local media there, says, Sanu pata siga. We were aware of the contingency plan. We were aware of the change in plan, but हमने alternate route लगाया नहीं. असली alternate route लगाया नहीं. Now the 10th question. If Channi was so unwell, what was he doing without a mask, putting media men to harm? Question number 11. Now that everything failed, why is Charanjit Singh Channi playing the Dalit card? And the most important thing, why is it that sociopath Rahul Gandhi, sitting in Italy, who tweets on everything under the sun, has an opinion on everything under the sun, is quiet? Why is there stony silence? The silence is deafening. And I challenge, this was not a security lapse. This was not a security breach. This was a sabotage, an attempt to assassinate the Prime Minister of India. And now, what is more shameful is that you have somebody like Nana Patole, supposedly a senior leader from the Congress, who says, as you sow, so shall you reap. And what did Charanjit Singh Channi say? 70,000 loki aan wale sige, 700 loki paunche. 70,000 people were supposed to come, only 700 landed. I will now report the Congress.
But I want to ask Kapil Madan this question. The internal notes of the ADG clearly point out that there was an expectation of 1 lakh people coming for this. This is stated by the Punjab Police ADG, not by the Prime Minister's Special Protection Group. This was not from the Ministry of Home Affairs. And Kapil Madan, the question I want to ask you, and this is in all seriousness, is this a breach of ego or a breach of security? And is it being celebrated by some Congress leaders, which I find so unfortunate, because somebody says Pradhan Mantri ko darna nahi chahiye, Digvijay Singh says that, Navjot Singh Sidhu says आऊं कर रहे ने प्रधानमंत्री because वहां लोग नहीं आए थे और ये ड्रामा हो रहा था. I just want to ask you, is everything down to politics? Is everything down to jokes? And that too in a party which has ruled for 60 years, which brought in the SPG Act in the first place in Parliament?
So Navika ji, let us see some previous incidents like this. I don't know whether Sanju Verma remembers this or not, but a similar incident happened in Noida on 25th of December 2017 when PM and Yogi ji was there to inaugurate some event and their cavalcade was blocked, maybe because of some traffic issues, etc. But a similar sort of situation was there. Second incident, a similar incident happened on 15th of September 2018, where in a similar circumstances, the Prime Minister's cavalcade was blocked in Delhi. At that point in time, nobody created this kind of an halla. Of course, yes, there should not be any breach. Prime Minister's security should be sacrosanct. But if someone who is trying to politicize this situation is BJP. And I would also like to tell you about another incident. Mr. Manmohan Singh attended a rally in 2009 in Ahmedabad. Do you know what happened at that rally? Someone threw a shoe on Dr. Manmohan Singh. And let me tell you, Mr. Narendra Modi was the CM of Gujarat at that point in time. And let me tell you what happened at that point in time. Mr. Manmohan Singh said that he does not want to file any case against the person who hurled that, through. So let me. Sanju ji, आप 2 मिनट के लिए चुप हो जाए. मैंने आपको इंटरप्ट नहीं किया. Behave like a national spokesperson.
No, I will interrupt you because you're talking.
No, you will not. Behave like a national spokesperson.
You are talking.
I have never
rubbish.
Interrupted you.
You
are speaking rubbish. You are floating a web of lies. You are floating a web of lies. Was there any attempt? Was there any harm? Was there even an attempt to cause any kind of harm to the PM? No. The answer is no. आपके क्या होम मिनिस्टर सो रहे थे? आपके होम मिनिस्टर सो रहे थे? आपके होम मिनिस्टर सो रहे थे? नाविका जी, at the start of the debate,
कपिल मदान साहब, आप जब कह रहे हैं कि आपके होम मिनिस्टर सो रहे थे, सबसे पहले तो मैं आपसे पूछ लूं कि ये होम मिनिस्टर देश के हैं, आपके हमारे नहीं है, देश के होम मिनिस्टर हैं। और अगर आप चाहते हैं कि सारी सिक्योरिटी राज्यों की भी होम मिनिस्टर ऑफ इंडिया देखें, तो कह दीजिए ना, तो कह दीजिए कि आपके बस की नहीं है लॉ एंड ऑर्डर मेंटेन करना। आप कह दीजिए, कम आउट एंड मेक एन ऑफिशियल स्टेटमेंट दैट आप होम मिनिस्ट्री को देना चाहते हैं लॉ एंड ऑर्डर इश्यूज, और पंजाब सरकार इसके बारे में सशक्त नहीं है, सशक्त नहीं है। आई एम कमिंग टू यू संजू वर्मा, बट डॉक्टर आनंद रंगनाथन was raising his hand and I want to come to him before I go to Sanju Verma. Yes, Dr. Anand Ranganathan.
It's a melodrama that has been created.
Kapil, my good friend, I didn't.
Melodrama हो रहा है.
Of course, yes.
Okay. That's what you think. I wonder why Sonia Gandhi is then seeking a report on the melodrama.
तुम्हारी पूरी पार्टी ड्रामेबाजों की पार्टी है। जो राहुल गांधी
एक स्टेटमेंट मीडिया में चल रही है कि प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब ने चन्नी साहब को फोन, किसी ने बोला कि चन्नी साहब को बोल दो कि हम ठीक ठाक पहुंच गए, हम जिंदा पहुंच गए। Is this the kind of statements you give in the media?
You don't deserve to be an advocate.
You give in the media.
Why did Punjab BJP give
was the mistrust that you have created, Sanju Verma? It was the Prime Minister. If they are on the road, it was because the Prime Minister.
Kapil Madan and Sanju Verma. Kapil Madan and Sanju Verma, allow me to intervene because what Mr. Kapil, यहाँ कांग्रेस पार्टी में what the left hand is doing is not known to the right hand, and what the right hand is doing is not known to the left hand, and this is not stated by me. It has been stated by Acharya Pramod Krishnam. He's a Congress person, advisor to Priyanka Gandhi Vadra ji, and just about 30 minutes ago on my show Sawal Publica on Times Now Navbharat, this is what he said. And he's an advisor to Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. And my question to him and his answer, please listen.
तक सवाल है पंजाब के नेताओं के बयानबाजी का, तो कांग्रेस पार्टी में हमारी जो पंजाब की सरकार है वो भगवान की कृपा से उसमें ऐसे नेता हैं जो आज कोई कुछ कहता, कल कुछ कहता, वो सब बेलगाम हो चुके हैं। तो इस पर मैं ज्यादा कुछ कहने के लिए तैयार नहीं हूं। अभी कांग्रेस पार्टी का
क्या बात है, आपने इतना सच बोला, मैं बिल्कुल आपका आपकी कायल हो चुकी हूं कि आप कह रहे हैं कि आपके पंजाब के नेता बेलगाम हो चुके हैं। नलिन कोहली जी, इससे बड़ा प्रमाण आपको
उनकी बयानबाजी से हम खुद दुखी हैं।
नहीं, आप खुद
पूरे देश की कांग्रेस दुखी है।
So Anand Ranganathan, आचार्य जी says कि हमारे पंजाब के नेता बेलगाम हो चुके हैं और इनके बयानबाजी से कांग्रेस खुद दुखी है। इनके कंट्रोल में कुछ है ही नहीं, चन्नी जी भी नहीं।
No, good evening, Navika. Good evening to all my fellow panelists. I've been waiting very patiently without interrupting for the last 20 minutes. So may I please request of a couple of minutes for my esteemed panelists. My good friend Kapil Madan, Navika, last time he and I were together on a panel, and I buttressed logically my arguments with a couple of historical incidents. Kapil accused me of whataboutery. And if you carefully look at what he spoke for 3 minutes, it was nothing else but whataboutery. And it was false equivalence. But let me come back to the thrust of this debate, Navika, because we are missing out. We are missing the woods for the trees, because this, yes, that this was a shocking breach of security and protocols is now beyond doubt. What has to be established now, Navika, is whether it was collusion or, as you say, plain incompetence. 3 issues here, Navika, and let me delve with them very briefly one by one. Number one, you and others have established that the SPG had briefed the state administration and police multiple times, starting from Jan 1 onwards, about the possibility of a road blockade because of protest, about an alternate route, even about bad weather and the chances of it infringing on security arrangements. Number two, you have shown how this information was freely and shockingly shared by the state police with the protesters. See, you have shown ASL was conducted by the SPG almost 5 days ago. Now these are facts. They cannot be disputed. So I ask, why haven't the heads rolled yet? Navika, I'll be honest. I dare say the entire nation has had it till here with all this Kadi Nanda, Kathor Ninda. One can't help but hark back to all that awful day this very month last year, Republic Day, when the state allowed an artist to run riot and hold the capital to ransom. Most cases were later on withdrawn. Free legal representation provided for the rest, even compensation. Enough of this master stroke, 5D checks, hashtag outrage. Take action. Fix accountability for this massive security lapse. Number two, a narrative was being built over weeks, Navika, to make the PM feel guilty of his security cover. Starting with that, all that hullabaloo over the 12 crore armored Maybach. Even though, as the government letter clarified, and you proved it was all under routine protocol. You want the PM to travel in a second-hand Maruti? And remember what happened to Chandrababu Naidu's India-made armored car in 2003? Question is, why was this narrative being peddled by the Congress? And the person amplifying it, sadly, is sitting on the panel tonight. Finally, Navika, just 30 seconds. Point number 3. For all those, including Sidhu, calling this a Jumla and that Modi is scared, let me remind them that this is the same Modi who continued to deliver his speech even when bombs were exploding all around him in Patna in 2013. This is the same Modi who, at the height of Kashmir insurgency and Intifada, went all the way barefoot to Lal Chowk without a bulletproof jacket and unfurled the tricolor. So think beyond you make a fool of yourself. Respect the post of the Prime Minister at least. Kuch to sharam karo.
And I want to get in Mr. SP Vaid. And Mr. SP Vaid, I want to ask you this. I want to ask you because politics colors everything in our country. I want to ask you, shouldn't heads have rolled by now? It's a very pertinent question raised by Dr. Anand Ranganathan. And people who these letters from SPG were addressed to, there is a whole list, and it is demonstrated in those letters who all are notified on those letters. I want to ask you, shouldn't heads have rolled? Should we keep waiting for one state commission that has been established, one central Ministry of Home Affairs panel that has been established? Because this is about the Prime Minister's security. If we can't come to a conclusion, if we can't have heads rolling, the only head that has rolled is an SSP in Firozpur, and that is while the Chief Minister is saying that yahan to koi security lapse hua hi nahi. So are we are we a country which is making fool of itself by demonstrating such large loopholes in the security of the #1 citizen of the country, the Prime Minister?
Thank you, Navika. First of all, I would like to say that Prime Minister's security is too serious a matter, politicized manner. It's disgusting to see the way it is being politicized. In fact, highest priority is given to the Prime Minister's security. I have, let me correct you also, you said SP Vaid, the former IG, no, I am former DGP of Jammu and Kashmir.
I'm sorry,
and
as
a head of the J&K police, I have handled Prime Minister's visits many a time. In fact, Prime Minister's visit is a nightmare for the police officers, and you work out the details in advance. The dry run is done with the SPG. The alternate routes are worked out. Every minute detail is worked out. And I absolutely, you have shown what all the letters have gone, and Mr. Ranganathan has elaborated 3-4 lapses. I think the heads should have rolled by now. It is politics apart. It is too serious a matter. If you cannot protect the chief executive of this country, elected head of this country, then God save this policing system. I'm very sorry. How could a communication which was restricted only to a limited 7-8 people, how could this be known to the protesters? It is breach of security of the Prime Minister. And in a sensitive state like Punjab, which had terrorist incidents like bomb blast in the court, you have Prime Minister held up just 20 kilometers from the international border. You know the love Pakistan has for the Prime Minister. His life could have been put into danger. The alternate routes need to have been sanitized properly, worked out. Even if, let's say, the protesters came suddenly, which was not true. In fact, the protesters were much earlier there. They should have been removed before the Prime Minister's arrival there. And there is no excuse. In fact, the security of the Prime Minister has been not taken the professional manner and seriousness it deserves. I think the heads should have rolled by now. That's my considered professional view.
Well, very well said. And Ashutosh ji, melodrama? Abhi bhi melodrama lag raha aapko? Do you think this was melodrama? And I want to ask you this. I want to ask you this because all of this is on paper. The warnings, the planning, everything was there on paper. Now there is absolutely now nothing left to anybody's imagination. The entire process has been put aside, and this cannot be called anything else but sabotage. And may I tell you that one big disclosure, Mr. Phool, whose phone conversation and whose soundbite you heard, who is part of the BKU Krantikari, has Maoist links. And it is not we who are saying that. The UPA government had said that. And he and his troop were protesting there. And even then, there are Congress people, and there is Mr. Kapil Madan, who's sitting here and calling it melodrama, echoing what Navjot Singh, and he was acquitted in 2010. Phool was once accused of having Maoist links. Surjit Phool was acquitted in 2010, and this is not part of anybody's imagination. The question is, will you still call it melodrama, and will you still say that the Prime Minister is making a big deal about his own security?
So I think imagination is running right here. I mean, running wild. If you hear the sound bites that you were showing, the people there say they had been sitting there. So it wasn't a case of sabotage where anything was leaked to them. They said the policeman came and said, "Bhaiya, sadak khali kar do." It was in Hindi maybe. That's why some people had problem in understanding it. And
No, sir, it was in Punjabi and maybe you had a problem in understanding. मैं तो पैदाइशी पंजाबी हूँ, मुझे तो समझ आ रही थी, मुझे तो समझ आ रही थी। उन्होंने कहा एसएसपी ने दसिया सानू 2 बजे के करीब प्रधानमंत्री आनगे इत्थों, तुहानू नहीं समझ आ रही की करिए। आई कैन बी योर इंटरप्रेटर ऑन बंगाली, ऑन मराठी, ऑन पंजाबी, ऑन इंग्लिश एंड ऑन हिंदी।
नहीं, आप उन्होंने बड़ी साफ कहा कि किसानों को ये लगा कि उनको बेवकूफ बनाया जा रहा है, जैसे कि बीजेपी के सपोर्टर्स जाए, मोदी तो उधर से जाएंगे नहीं, मोदी तो हेलीकॉप्टर से जाएंगे, ये सबकी समझ में आया। सो दिस इज सिंपली दिस डिसइंफॉर्मेशन कैंपेन इज एन इलेक्शन स्टंट टू गेट सिंपैथी वोट्स फॉर मोदी। प्रधान प्रचार।
कैन आई प्ले द साउंड बाइट? या तो आपकी सुनने की शक्ति में प्रॉब्लम है या समझने की, या दोनों में। मैं आपको साउंड बाइट दोबारा सुनवा देती हूँ। निजाम भाई अगर हम वो साउंड बाइट दोबारा सुना सकें जहां बताया गया है। आई थिंक बलविंदर जीरा ने भी कहा है और सुरजीत फूल ने भी कहा है। पहले सुन लीजिए आशुतोष जी, आपकी जो प्रॉब्लम्स हैं वो सारी सॉल्व हो जाएंगी।
जब हम बैठ गए यहाँ, उसके 15-20 मिनट बाद ये 12:30 का टाइम होगा शायद, पक्का नहीं है, एसएसपी साहब बोले कि यहाँ से मोदी जी ने गुजरना है, आप रास्ता खाली कीजिए। हमने बात की भी यार मोदी जी यहाँ से थोड़ी आएंगे, मोदी तो हेलीकॉप्टर से आएगा, वो तो चला जाएगा।
किसने बोला आपको ये बात?
एसएसपी ने।
एसएसपी कौन से?
फिरोजपुर। हाँ, तो उनकी बात पर किसी ने यकीन ही नहीं किया। बोला था उसने, पर उसकी बात पर ऐसे मान लिया सभी ने भी ये जानबूझकर ये रास्ता क्लियर कराने के लिए, और जितने भी बसें रुकी हुई हैं बीजेपी वालों की, उनको रैली में पहचाने के लिए ये झूठ बोल रहा।
कोई शक?
नो, आपने तो मोदी जी के और उनके बीजेपी के सपोर्टर्स की ऐसी की तैसी करवा दी। साफ बोल रहे हैं कि भैया उन्होंने समझा कि झूठ बोलेंगे, मोदी जी तो हेलीकॉप्टर से जाएंगे। तो यहाँ सैबोटेज और लीकेज नहीं है, यहाँ पे ये हर बार मेलोड्रामा चाहिए, आप पॉलिटिकल स्टंट कहिए। बिफोर एवरी इलेक्शन देयर हैज टू बी दिस फिक्शन दैट मोदीज लाइफ इज इन डेंजर बिकॉज ही हैज फेल्ड एज द प्रधान प्रचारक।
रतन शारदा जी, अब इसका मैं क्या करूं? कुछ लोग जब सुन के भी ना समझ बनना चाहते हैं, तो उसके बारे में क्या किया जा सकता है? इनका क्या इलाज है?
इनका कोई इलाज ही नहीं है।
एक्चुअली द बेस्ट इलाज वॉज
इनका इलाज ये कि आपने सत्य बताया, देश आपको
आप बोल लिए,
की पोल खोल दी।
महाराज टाई लगा के आप बोल लिए, मुझे बोलने दीजिए।
अरे आप बिना टाई के बोलिए, लेकिन आप बिना टाई के
हाँ तो बोलने दीजिए ना, मुंह पे टेप क्या मार रहे हैं मेरे?
ये ना
आप मुंह पे टेप मत मारिए ना,
किसानों
बोलने दीजिए मुझे।
आपके नेता किसानों से कितनी घृणा रखते हैं, ये तो सतपाल मलिक ने बता दिया कि वो 500 फार्मर्स हैव डाइड, डिड दे डाई फॉर मी? दैट्स व्हाट मोदी आस्क्ड। एंड नाउ can you please mute him if you want to have a reasonable debate?
आशुतोष जी, रतन शारदा जी बोलना चाह रहे हैं, उन्हें बोलने दीजिए। आपने बोल लिया, अब आपने बात रख ली, आपकी बात जनता समझ गई है। Allow Mr. Ratan Sharda to speak.
Simplest thing to avoid any debate and avoid this shameful behavior of Congress people on TV channels nationally exposing themselves as the worst kind of cynical people would have been that yesterday Chennai should have simply apologized for the security breach, and every congressman should have put a tape on his mouth and let people say, okay, they have dignified. But these people cannot
to go around unchallenged.
Mr.
So you should apologize.
Sorry, Manavika, this is not the way. This is not the way.
Okay, Ashutosh ji, I'll have to lower your fader. You're not allowing him to complete his sentence. Ek minute.
I gave a fair advice to Congress that if they had any sense, they should have simply apologized for the lapse and kept quiet. Nothing would have happened. But yesterday they were shouting, they were making insensitive juvenile tweets about how the Josh, etc. So it showed that they were insensitive. I have written 2 articles today. In both, I have only raised the question of inability of Congress, its inability to work according to Constitution, and also its shameless behavior of its leaders. But now, today, when you showed the 3 letters on your channel, I have a sinking feeling. A party which has sunk so low, not just in governance, in public behavior, in public decency. Did any of us ever raise question about security when Indira Gandhi ji was killed, when Rajiv Gandhi ji was killed, when Mr. Tiwari was killed, when Mr. Makar was killed, when Beyant Singh was exploded by the bullets of the terrorists? No, because for us, nation comes first. For them to behave about the Prime Minister's entire case in such a manner, imagine what is the image of India today. Prime Minister gets stuck just 30 kilometers on the border of the international border against Pakistan. Anything within a minute, anything could have happened. But for them, it's a joke. For them, the image of India as a strong country vis-a-vis a country where the states don't listen to center and they behave abominably with the central authority, the center CEO is another issue which we should think about how we look in front of the people. Here is a man who talked about shoe attack equivalent to bomb attack on Mr. Modi. So they have no shame at all. And this kind of behavior, when you simply keep questioning the popularity, my dear friends, you have lost total credibility. You have lost total base in the country. You have been reduced to a cipher. You want to go down further, go further. But imagine there are Khalistani people who have started the farmer agitation. Now Naxals have come in. The state which had at one time communist movement, a good solid movement, where it was died, now suddenly find Naxal, urban Naxals active. We find with great difficulty when this entire Ministry of Khalistan was crushed by the people who started it, who finished it.
And that is the issue of worry. And that is the issue of worry, because now it's been proven beyond doubt, ladies and gentlemen, that this was not just slip up. The various versions that are coming out, as they say, truth only has one version. Then why are so many versions coming out? Why did the Chief Minister of Punjab yesterday say there was no idea about the Prime Minister's change of plans when there were detailed letters, not one, not two, but 3 detailed letters of coordination that were going on between the Prime Minister's security team and the Punjab Police? Why did the Chief Minister yesterday say that he had COVID when he's been present in all public engagements since then? And the biggest question, why did the Punjab Police, SSPs, as being stated by several protester leaders, saying that they got information from the SSP stating that the Prime Minister was going to use the road route for his rally? Questions that beg an answer. Questions that are clearly more about facts of the case rather than about melodrama, as it is being dubbed by some Congress leaders. And of course, when the Congress itself comes out and says that Punjab leaders of the Congress are out of control and the Congress itself has a headache because of them, then clearly this is a government and a party out of control in Punjab, stated by the Congress itself. Is there any other question left to ask? Well, we did ask that question. Taking a short break, but coming up on the other side is Pargat Singh, Cabinet Minister in the Channi government, man who's known to be close to Navjot Singh Sidhu, who takes direct questions from me. It's an interview that played a short time ago on Times Now Navbharat. I'm playing it out to you so that you can make out for yourself the different languages spoken by different congressmen about the security breach of the Prime Minister.